Well, hello and welcome to SRL TV on a Monday night. It's the Pasifika Stingray coming up against the home team, the Hamilton Swarm. My name is Jack Cahill, your SRL Mines Commissioner, and tonight I'm in the box by myself. This is a first time experience for me. I've never done a game like this, commentating solo, but it's a learning curve. We're going to learn it tonight as we take you through this game. It's a matchup I'm actually quite excited for. These two teams have both been struggling. The Swarm yet to get a win despite having Caleb Jeff's favourite, the Tiawa brothers. They've been a bit underwhelming. They were expected to do a bit better this season than they've been doing, but they haven't quite got there. The Stingrays, on the other hand, they've got one victory in round one up against the Western Gunslingers, and they'll be looking to make it 2-2. As the Hamilton Swarm, they need to avoid 0-4. Buntoft will put the ball on the tee. He gets us underway here at FMG Stadium Waikato. Goes down to the captain, Michael McGlucky. We'll send it to George Robson, steaming through, met by Billy King. The flying cob in at dummy half. We'll send it out to Billy Glover, who will take the first hit up of his night. Cob will go to McGlucky or go to Tiawa. Tiawa looks to take on Buntoft there, but he's met well. The cob will go to Doonan. Doonan, he's met. He wasn't quite ready for that, I don't think. I don't think he was expecting to take the hit up. He didn't quite run onto the ball. The Swarm have struggled in this opening set, and the Stingrays have taken him into touch. That was a terrible first set from the Swarm. And the Stingrays will have an opportunity to put some first points on the board, with the Swarm really struggling here to make some meters in that opening set. Cashel will tap it. Send it to Buntoft, who'll go to Sonny Sharp. He's been good in the past few weeks. Sonny, the ex-Firehawk, he moved in the off-season to the Stingrays, to the new club, or the old club that returned. As, speaking of new, here comes their new captain, Lightning McQueen, signed a dev deal with the Manly Seagulls recently. Curtis Swisher. He's met hard there by Michael McGlucky. Dame Lane in at dummy half. He'll send it to Cox, who steps. He's through. Kenny Tiawa was the only one in front of him, and he gets around him with ease. The Stingrays, they open the scoring in very little time. The opening 3.5 minutes. Lachlan Cox, the man Eddie Oliver loves so much. He puts it right next to the post. It'll be an easy kick for Buntoft. And the Stingrays, boy, they look dangerous in that opening set, off the back of some pretty bad Swarm running. So the crowd has gone silent here. The Hamilton crowd, they just have to watch the ball sail through the uprights as their season of pain continues. Let's hope they can turn it around pretty quickly. McGlucky doesn't look too happy. He looks pretty upset with his side. They'll need a quick turnaround here. A quick little response. Just a bit more intent from them, I think. This set will tell us a lot. The Stingrays, they need to not make any errors. They need to just get to the end of their kick. So McGlucky will send it down to the right side of the Stingrays. And Tallis Turner will go to Billy King. And that's a much better first run. Driving it up. That's a good extra 5 meters of post contact. Kurt Stafford, he'll take another run. The Stingrays here. It's the good first few tackles. He catches a few offside. He bumps off Billy Glover there in the number 13. The Stingrays, they just look like they have so much more intent at the moment. Tallis Turner decides to take a run himself. He wants a little run, the fiery pink-headed man. As Lightning McQueen now, and they're well in their half, or just in their half rather. Last tackle. I need to watch the kick return here because Michael Smith down on that right wing is very dangerous. On that left wing, sorry. He will get met well by Dame Blaine. That's a great little tackle there made. As Doolin will send it to Glover, who'll go to George Robson. Might by Stafford and Tallis Turner in the tackle. Cobb to McGlucky. He'll go short to McEnroe with an offload to Robson. Robson gets rid of one as well. This is much better from the Swarm. Up to the halfway line. Cobb to McGlucky into Glover. Glover met by King. And Glover will take a good little settler run there. The Swarm. This is the type of response I expected from them. Justin Doolin his second game in the SRL. He's moved into the starting side for the Swarm tonight. Smith will send it to Glover, who'll put the kick in himself. It's a bit deep. I think that's going to go dead. Oh, no, it bounced perfectly for him. And Lachlan Cox steps one. Lachlan Cox. Kenny Tiawa. I thought Cox may have been away for a second there. Tiawa with a try-saving tackle. If he gets past him, he's gone. No one's catching him. And Harry Cheddar will take a little settler. Cahill out of dummy half. Bumps off Tabasco. He looks dangerous there, Lockie Cahill. Moved from, I think, the Swarm, actually, Lockie Cahill. He did play for the Swarm last season. He's back in his ex-club's home ground. As Sharp will send it to Buntoft, out to Cheddar. He had a good first run in this set. He takes another one. We're just into a bit of a grind now. 10 minutes gone. Both teams looking dangerous. Buntoft. Oh, the kick's not quite there. Corey Goetz could be dangerous. But the Stingrays kick return defense is up to it. And the Swarm, they may have a bit of good field position here. If they can get a few good runs like that. McEnroe with the offload as well. Probably didn't need it. They lose 5 meters off that offload. Robson. It's a slow play the ball as well. Despite that, the markers both offside. Kenny Tiawa met strongly by Sharp. I said the Swarm could get into some good field position, but they have just been dominating this set a little bit. McGlucky decides to take one himself. Get it out of the forward's hands. If there's a job worth doing, it's worth doing yourself, he says, as Jerome Daly steps one. But luckily brought down there by Cheddar. It goes to Glover. He's done a lot of the kicking. He's got a big boot on him. Goes down to Curtis Swisher. And Justin Doolan again. The kick return defense has been phenomenal. With Marley Arkey used to be on that wing. He was an absolute weapon for them as Robson absolutely smashes Stafford there. But back to my point, Marley Arkey, the Stingrays seem to have lost that last week. That little bit of edge with Marley Arkey on that wing. It hurt them in the long run. It's Lachlan Cox, though. Hasn't he been good all season? He with a little step. Kenny Tiawa again having to make a tackle. You hate it when your fullback has to make a lot of tackles, but Tiawa's been working very hard tonight. In the opening 15 minutes. Cahill at dummy half will send it to Buntoft. He puts the kick in. It's a terrible kick, and Doonan takes it. The Swarm with a great chance now. 45 meters out from the opposition goal line. Tyler Doonan just snapped that out of midair. It's like he was expecting it. George Robson, if he had a bit of speed, the big fella, he's too slow. He's too big and slow. He wasn't able to make the most of that, but another 20 meters or so made. David Tiawa pushes his way forward. They're 10 meters out. Now, they go down the short side. George Robson with a bit of ball playing. The prop. Oh, but Michael Smith, he looked to have lost that right at the end. George Robson, the prop with a bit of... He played 5'8" there for a second. But, yeah, Michael Smith's got that. That's over, I think. It'd be interesting to see what the video ref rules, but I'm happy with that. That looks grounded to me. And it's green lights. Michael Smith with the opening Swarm try. George Robson with the try assist. I don't think I'd ever say that. The prop forward. What a try assist. And now McGlucky from out wide. He seems to be adjusting to the right here. I think he's sent it too far right. It's going to swing too far back in. Oh, it's not. He's absolutely nailed it. Who am I to say? That's why I'm not goal kicking in the SRL. That's why I give it to Levi. I don't know what I'm talking about. McGlucky absolutely nails that. Great kick from him. And the Stingrays are a bit shell-shocked from that one. It all happened off a Cruz Buntoff early kick that didn't quite work for him. And the Swarm are right back in this match. The Stingrays, they'll be a bit disappointed in that because they've been the dominant team so far. As John Tabasco will take it up. I was expecting the pass, but oh, that's a great little return. 20 meters off it. Jerome Daly to Doonan. Just seems to be a bit of momentum going with the Swarm now. Another 13 meters for good measure. Billy Glover now. Oh, and that stopped him right in his tracks. I was talking about the momentum. That just took all the gas out of the tank there. Absolutely shattered. Flying Cobb. They go down the short side. Tabasco. Daly steps. He looks to turn him inside out. Cox meets him there. Another tackle. The fullbacks having to make a lot of tackles. There's been quite a few line breaks so far in this match. Billy Glover again kicking. Down to the wing of Curtis Swisher, but Tallis Turner, the halfback, will take it. And McGlucky makes the tackle 15 metres out. From their own goal line now, the Stingrays. McQueen to Stafford. Pokes his nose through, but Cahill makes the tackle. Sorry. Flying Cobb makes the tackle. It's the white headgear that's messing with me. Billy King will now take it up. 30 metres out. Cahill to Turner to Stafford. The Swarm, they're just getting on top here. First quarter of the match gone. Turner, he was just standing there. He wasn't running onto it at all. And they make no meters off that play. 32 in the set. I think that's being generous. Lightning McQueen with the kick. It's a good one too. Maybe give him the kicking duties more often and not Cruz Bontoft. As Michael Smith driven back by Blaine. That was much needed. And the substitutes come on the field. Snow White on SRL Mine's debut tonight. Declan Connell as well there. God, the green hair stands out there from Snow White as Flying Cobb goes himself. That's a great little run. The Swarm, they are on hot attack at the moment. Tiawa to McGlucky, out to Justin Doolan. He's absolutely battered there by Turner though. Cobb to McGlucky and a knock on. Oh no, they don't call it a knock on. They call it off the head. Oh, they got away with that one, the Swarm. As Doolan out to McGlucky now. He'll put the punt out to the wing of Benjamin Wolfgang, who's into space. He tries to turn Tiawa inside out, and he goes into touch. The Swarm now. Oh, they have the opportunity of a lifetime here to put some points on the board and really take this away from the Stingrays after what was only classed as an absolutely dominant opening 15 minutes. Everything's now going against them. Benjamin Wolfgang, I don't know what he was doing. You got to turn him inside out, not go towards the sideline. All Tiawa needed to do was just tap your ankles. That's what he did. Billy Glover, the lock, will take the hit up. They're 30 metres out on the first tackle. McGlucky will go to Tiawa. They just seem to be taking some settlers here before they start to do some crazy stuff. Cobb to Doonan. Takes him on himself. That's Aaron Beckman there. Recently signed a Manly dev deal. His first game for the Stingrays here tonight. Jerome Daly coming infield. The roaming centre. He almost makes a good break too. Beats one, but Oliver Queen grasps onto him. Tiawa, Kenny Tiawa. Oh, Beckman misses, but Lockie Cahill. It's a holding tackle, no? That was a bit slow. You can hear the crowd absolutely booing. They were expecting a little call on that one. It's a short kick. Doolan's under it. Sorry, Doonan. Doolan? It's Doolan, yeah. I was right the first time. But Blaine manages to take the catch himself. Tallis Turner. Oh, God, that's a mismatch of size. Snow White's massive down there. But Turner makes the meters anyway. Oliver Queen driving up. It's interesting in the mines because you've got a lot of halfbacks playing prop, and they actually stand up against some of the big props in the comp. It's quite interesting to watch. Some of them double their size, as Sonny Sharp earns his team a penalty. Tabasco just holding on too long. As we near the last 10 minutes of the first half, Tallis Turner drives it into touch, 40 metres out from the opposition goal line now, or just before it. Lockie Cahill will go to Bontoft, who will go to Sonny Sharp. The Stingrays now, they look for a hit back after the Swarm have had some good momentum in the last 10 minutes or so. Benjamin Wolfgang. He looks to make up for his little error earlier. Seymour at dummy half to McQueen to Beckman. The Manly dev players linking up. They go for the little inside-outside play here. It's deadly, but Declan Connell reads it well. Lachlan Cox shut down in an instant. Fourth tackle. They haven't thrown too much at the Swarm here. Buntoff, they go down the short side. Sonny Sharp standing 15 metres deep there. It was never going to work from that. And they'll need to put up a bomb. It'll need to be more forward and less sideways than the last few has been. That's perfect. That is the perfect bomb. It's on the spot as well. And they'll drive him back into the in goal. I asked for a better bomb. That was more than you could ever ask for. The perfect bomb from Cruz Buntoft. And they get another set on the Swarm goal line. McGlucky, he puts it 50 metres deep. That's a good little drop out there. They go to Buntoft, the man who forced the restart, as Beckman will Take it up about 37 metres out from the opposition goal line. Sonny Sharp now. Oh, and they earn another penalty. They need to be careful in this last 10 minutes because a sin bin warning has been issued by the referee. So any more held in tackles and the Swarm could be seeing 1 in the bin and only 12 on the field. As the Swarm will have a full set in the Stingrays will have a full set in the Swarm red zone. Cahill looks to the left, he goes to the right. Lightning McQueen, driven back by his opposite number. I'm sorry, that's Lockie Cahill. The white headgears, I need to change the colours on some of them. As Oliver Queen drives forward. Cahill will go to Buntoft, he'll go short to Cox, and it's that easy. Lachlan Cox. How good is he? 2 tries in 30 minutes for the Stingrays. And he puts them in front. It'll be 10-6 with the kick to come, and you don't see Buntoft missing it from there. Well, it appears I put a hex on him. The commentator's curse takes effect. Buntoft misses the call. Oh, God. I should just shut my mouth in those situations. I'm 0-2 now. I said he'd miss the first one, and I said he'd get the second, so maybe I need to be quiet about that. McClucky will kick us back off in a second. The New Zealand crowd, they're a bit shell-shocked. It's quite quiet from the box. There's a little roar there. For the kickoff, Tallis Turner sends it to Oliver Queen, who takes it straight at Snow White. The size of Snow White is getting to me. He is big. He's not just tall, but he is big. He is going to be a force to contend with when he gets his speed up. Lockie Cahill goes to Sonny Sharp. The Stingrays, as they enter the final 6 minutes of this game, they're well on top. Lachlan Cox has had quite the performance so far. He's driven back in that run in particular, though, as they set up. Oh, isn't that pretty tricky? Lockie Cahill. He senses Snow White's offside at marker, and he absolutely punishes him. Oh, wow. I'm not sure how I feel about that call, but props to Cahill for noticing it. Oh, wait, they've thrown it forward off the tap. Oh, my goodness. Well, the Stingrays have let... That is a massive moment in this game if the Swarm can somehow score before half-time and they lose the ball. Okay. That wasn't the play, guys. You were meant to hold on to the ball there. And oh no. We have a infamous glitch in the Rugby League Live 4 game. We'll see if it fixes itself. I think it will. But this is a bit of a worry. As Tallis Turner drives it into touch. It's 25 metres. Or actually, I think he's straight on the 30-metre line. Oh no, I was right. It's 25. It has fixed itself. We're all good. We're all good to go. A little bit of a brain fart from the game there, but we're all right. We're back on track. Lightning McQueen plays it in the opposition red zone. The short ball out to Oliver Queen now. He's been good so far. The impact off the bench has been immeasurable. Buntoft to Sharp. Takes on Tabasco. Tabasco's up against it tonight. Sonny Sharp's a great player. Aaron Beckman. Oh, Kenny Tiawa rushes out of the line and shuts that down. Oh, don't like to see him hold on for that long. They don't want to have 1 in the bin. They go to Lachlan Cox. He's looking for a third. He wants a third. He'll be out of the play on the last tackle. I think Lockie Cashell's set to the left there. That's who it goes to. He puts the bomb up. Lightning McQueen under it. And Kenny Tiawa takes it. And steps 1. And gets around him too. Oh, the little ankle tap from Lachlan Cox is a try saver. An absolute try saver. Aaron Beckman managing to scramble for him as well. Declan Connell now with the offload as well to the Flying Cob. The offload was probably redundant, but I think they may have got an extra meter there. Kenny Tiawa, they almost lose the ball. Again, the Swarm. Their errors have been killing them. David Tiawa now takes on Tallis Turner. 45 metres out from the opposition line. Both markers offside. They don't try to take advantage of that, though. Kenny Tiawa just will take a settler on the last Now look to put a kick in with only 60 seconds left in the first half. Oh, I thought he may have kicked it into the back of his own player there, but he manages not to, and Justin Doolan wraps up Curtis Swisher. That'll probably be all she wrote in this first half. They go down the short side. Tallis Turner, maybe he has something else to say about it. Kenny Tiawa, though, he sees it coming. He's not asleep to that. Only 5 seconds left. The crowd count it down, and that'll be the end of the first half. The Stingrays lead 10 points to 6. Well, welcome back to the second half here on SRL TV. The Stingrays have been the dominant team as the Swarm look to avoid going 0-4. Now, at halftime, I had a quick look at the stats, and holy, the Pasifika Stingray have had 80% of the ball. The Swarm only getting a sniff of 20. It makes sense why the Stingrays are classed as a dominant team at the moment, but they're only lead by 4. They've had so much ball, they've had so many opportunities, and yet they've only converted twice. And both times in Lachlan Cox. Harry Cheddar, that's a good run. A little offload to Lightning McQueen as well. The Stingrays, they look to have picked up right where they left off now. Sonny Sharp tries to take advantage there. Tries to get the halfback one-on-one. Does, but Doonan's up to it. They go down the short side. Another prop ball playing. Benjamin Wolfgang. The Stingrays, they've come out absolutely blazing. They're already in the... well in. Sonny Sharp. Oh, gets the offload as well. Oh, Logan Seymour. Holy. The Stingrays, what a start to the half. They are making their intentions clear. I think the coach, or the mentor, Anthony McDonald, revved them up, told them to get their shit together. Harry Cheddar. Oh, taken down just before the goal line. The Swarm, they're sweating. Michael Smith driven back in the tackle. Harry Cheddar, how good has he been? He's man of the match for me at the moment. Billy Glover. Out to George Robson. He'll break off one. Oh my god, what a good run from George Robson. And a good pass as well. I thought it may have been intercepted, but Doonan managing to just get his hands on the ball there. Very important. Cobb to Daly. In for Tiawa. Sonny Sharp meets him. But on my point I was talking about earlier, Harry Cheddar. He really does deserve man of the match as it stands right now. He's been insane for the Stingrays. It's been a massive part of their early success here. Corey Goetz will go to Jerome Daly. They seem to have swapped sides, with Goetz going on the inner of the field. Go down to Billy Glover. His kicking was early, early in the first half. Kicks it well down to Benjamin Wolfgang. Stingrays. Let's see if they can put together another set like they did just then. Harry Cheddar with another big run and another tackle break. How good is he? He's brought down there by Billy Glover, I think that is. Nope, it's Flying Cobb. Cox steps. The Stingrays, they're just rolling them over. They are rolling over the Swarm at the moment. Turner to Billy King, another little line break. He pokes his nose through. It's 4th tackle. They're about to have another play. The ball in the opposition 20. Lachlan Cox out to Curtis Swisher. Justin Doolan with a strong tackle needed to be made. Tallis Turner on the right side. I imagine that's where they're going to go. Seems a bit odd, but they don't. They go to Billy King. I think that was meant for Lightning McQueen, but Billy King just gets in the way. Pour into the set there from the Stingrays. And the Swarm, they breathe a sigh of relief. This first 8 minutes has gone by very quickly. The Swarm have been right on the back foot. Billy Glover with a fend on Lightning McQueen. They need something, the Swarm. That little mess up from the Stingrays may just be enough to invite them back in. It is only 4 points the difference. That's something you've got to remember. No matter how dominant the Swarm, the Stingray have been, the scoreline is only 4 the difference. So they're well in it here, the Swarm. And a good run from Billy Glover as well will help. And the offload back into the Flying Cobb. Kenny Tiawa out of the play on the last. Has to play acting half. Michael McGlucky with the bomb. Usually Tiawa would be behind it. But it doesn't matter because the tap back doesn't work anyway. Logan Seymour wraps it up. The Swarm, they need to keep the Stingrays down in this end now. They can't relieve the pressure. That second tackle. They need to rush up on them. Big line speed. Billy King with another good run. Tabasco. And we're offside. Well, it's not too bad of a set at the moment, but they need a bit more. And that... oh, well. I thought he knocked that on. I think maybe the referees ruled it's come off the head. There's Buntoft out to McQueen, to Cahill, offend, and that's not what they needed. They've released all the pressure, and the Stingrays will be kicking from probably just outside the halfway line. Well, Buntoft's a long way deep, so it'll be just inside. As it goes to Corey Goetz, who won't break through the line. Sonny Sharp, he's a great defensive second rower. I bet a bunch of SRL teams are looking at him right now, as he continues to have good performance after good performance. Harry Cheddar with a tackle on John Tabasco. It'll go to Robson, who'll go to Tiawa. He'll be another man that some SRL teams are looking on. But with the Swarm going 0-3 to start the season, on the door of 0-4, maybe that'll scare off a few captains that could be coming their way. Tiawa with another run. Charles Turner and Blaine make the tackle. The Swarm, they just seem to be getting back in the fight now. Back in the field position battle. It's an arm wrestle at the moment. Benjamin Wolfgang, he stepped Kenny Tiawa too. Doonan with a try-saving tackle. Because if he had got past Tiawa, there wasn't much left in front of him. There was nothing in front of him, in fact. Shell will go to Buntoft. To Cox. A little ball out to Turner. Lucky's lucky to hold on. Didn't even intentionally do that. Cashel to McQueen to Stafford. The Swarm, they're holding on by the barrister margins. With a short ball to Sharp. I thought it was forward, but no, just a good line ball. The Stingrays, they aren't afraid to throw it around. Buntoft punts it. Goetz. Steps. Goetz. Corey Goetz. He's got some speed. Can he outrun Cox, though? I don't think he can. Cox is coming around. He seems to have him covered. And he does. But the Swarm are going to have a full set on the Stingrays line. If they score here, it'll be devastating to the Stingrays. With how little ball they've had. With how little opportunities the Swarm have had. They could go in front here with a try, or at least tie it up. Doonan, he wastes a tackle there. He just takes the hit up. Cobb out to Glover. A ball to McGlucky. Driven back in the tackle. The Swarm, they need to throw a bit more at the Stingrays than this. They go to the right side. McEnroe drives his way forward. He gets the ball to the ground, but it'll be short of the line. The kick will need to be good from McGlucky. He goes for the bomb. It's not the greatest, but Tiawa's behind it. And that was a disappointing end to the set from the Swarm. They had an opportunity, and they wasted it. They need to hold them down in this end now, as Cheddar absolutely destroys McEnroe, runs him over. Like he wasn't even there. Sonny Sharp now. The Swarm. This game is getting out of touch from them. Well, I say that, it's only still 4 points, but if they keep attacking like that, it's going to be difficult. And the Stingrays, they could strike at any moment with the way they've been playing. Cashel to Cheddar to Turner, who'll go to Stafford. He'll just take it up. 35 metres out. It's been a good defensive set from the Swarm. They haven't let them back into their half. Turner has to kick. And it's a terrible one as well. Another opportunity for the Swarm now. The Stingrays, they're just letting go of this. They'll go to Glover. The Swarm, they need to pull something out of the hat here. The Stingrays, it would be absolutely detrimental for them to concede points. Tabasco to Daly. But they just keep being driven back in the tackles. As we enter the final quarter of this game, the final 20 minutes, 61 minutes played. Tabasco, another tackle where he's been driven back. The Swarm, they're going nowhere. Billy Glover, he pushes one forward. He needs a good kick here, McGlucky. The Warriors are watching on. And he drops it. The Stingrays, they are surviving by the barest of margins at the moment. But boy, they shouldn't be. They should be leading by so much. 80% possession at halftime, and honestly at the 50-minute mark, it was probably 90% possession with the way they started this first half. It's a poor pass to Turner. He's not ready for it at all. And the Swarm, they're doing well to keep the Stingrays in their own end. In their own half at the very least. Harry Cheddar with another good run. Driven back though by Flying Cobb. It's an early kick from Tallis Turner. It's better than his last kick. Doesn't quite have the distance or the angle. And Kenny Tiawa, what a great return. What a great player. What a great player Kenny Tiawa is. The home crowd, they're getting louder. They're getting louder for their players as the Swarm try to come back from this deficit. You just hear the crowd slightly getting louder. Justin Doolan with a good step. Lachlan Cox is able to wrap him up though. The final 15 minutes are coming for us. Snow White, the big player, on debut. How good would it be if he got a try? The crowd would erupt. David Tiawa pushes into the 10-meter zone. This will be the last. The Swarm. Time and scoreline is their friend at the moment, but they need to throw something better at them. And Benjamin Wolfgang takes it with ease. Again, still no real competition from the Swarm here. They'll need another good defensive set. They just need to keep doing what they're doing. Eventually, the Stingrays should crack. Sonny Sharp trying to inspire his team with a big run. He gets probably about 10 meters off that. Cahill will get a bunt off to go to King. King through the line. That's a good little run, but they lose the ball. The Stingrays, they are their own worst enemies at the moment. And the Swarm get another opportunity. Cobb will go to George Robson through the gap. He's through. Lachlan Cox is there to stop him. It's a try-saving tackle. I thought Robson may have just bumped him off, but he did well, Cox, to get around the side. Make sure that was impossible to happen. The Swarm, here they come. They're knocking, and an offside penalty. And they're going to take the 2. I don't know what's happened here. I was worried they were going to do it. Oh, the Hamilton Swarm crowd. They're not happy with that decision. I think I see a couple plastic water bottles going down to the bench. They're hurling them. Oh no. What have they done? The 2 points aren't going to matter. It's not like it was 6-12. It wasn't like it was a 6-point deficit. Oh, the Swarm. They've given up a prime opportunity there. And with only 11 minutes left on the clock, they need to throw something better at the Stingrays. I've said it a million times tonight. We'll go down to Tyler Doonan. The Swarm, they need a big set. They've just invited the Stingrays back into it. Lockie Cahill, big tackle. They've invited the Stingrays back into it, putting the ball back in the Swarm end. Snow White, throwing an almost hospital ball there. Met by Billy King and Aaron Beckham. David Tiawa, big run. David Tiawa, why did he throw it? David Tiawa would have scored. Oh my god, David Tiawa. He had space in front of him. Cox was flabbergasted. And he threw the ball straight into the hands of Dane Blaine. The Swarm's night goes from bad to worse. And the Stingrays, if they score here, Sonny Sharp. Oh, he breaks off one. Oh, he's away. Oh, the offload. Harry Cheddar. Oh my god. I'm going to have a heart attack in this game. I've got the ambulance on speed dial. Lachlan Cox is tackled there. Turner, short ball. Billy King. Oh, well driven back by George Robson. A must-needed tackle. The Swarm will have a kick here. Turner to the right. Bontoft to the left. They go to Bontoft. He loses it. Tabasco into space. Tabasco ankle tap failed. And Billy King tackles him on just before the 30-meter line. This game, it's giving me anxiety. David Tiawa now. The Swarm. Oh my god, the crowd. They're going absolutely ballistic. It's the loudest I've heard them all night. Michael Smith to Doolan, who will be at acting half to Snow White. They'll almost push into the Stingrays half. It's third tackle now. 6 minutes left on the clock. McGlucky, they try the inside-outside play to Tiawa. Cahill reads it well. He knows that one. He knows their playbook. He played for him last year. A few of the players, a few of the fans in the crowd, Cahill is their favourite player still. Flying cobble go to McGlucky. The kick down to Curtis Swisher. And Doolan makes the tackle. The Swarm needs something here. They need some kind of error. They need some kind of return. They need something. They can't just do this. They need to throw the ball around, try something, because it's not working for them. It hasn't for a while. Harry Cheddar, how good has he been? I've said it on a couple of occasions tonight, but he has been absolutely monumental in this game. Bontoft will go to the left. This man has also been monumental. Sonny Sharp. The Swarm are holding on for dear life. They might get probably 2 or 3 more opportunities. Might better be 2. Bontoft kicks it down to Michael Smith. It's nearing the sideline. He's just going to leave it. Oh, that was... I think if he had made a play at that, he was probably more of a chance. They're now going to be pinned in their own end here, the Swarm. Curtis Swisher, though, never give up on the play. Never say die. That's a great little attempt there. Imagine he pulls that off. That'd be pretty special. And the Swarm, we enter the final 3 minutes. We've seen crazier things happen in the SRL. The deficit's only 2. David Tiawa with the first hit up. They may only get this set, to be honest. Depending what the Stingrays do. Depending how quickly they get through the tackles here. Declan Connell with a hit up. They need to throw the ball around. They can't just go hit up, hit up, hit up. In fact, they may be setting up for the 40-20, which is probably the only savable option. Tiawa tries something, but they may be out of 40-20 range now. They are. Tiawa, they go to the short side. Michael Smith driven back. That's last. Yep, and this will be their last opportunity, their last play. I think they're just going to put the kick in. McGlucky's setting up for it. And that's what he does. He boots it down to Lachlan Cox. He can just take the tackle now, which he does. 25 metres out. The Stingrays, the last minute. They just need to not make any errors. Billy King. He'll take it up. 35 metres out from their own goal line. Tallis Turner. They're throwing the ball around. Buntoft. He'll take it up. They're certainly not dying with the ball. The Stingrays. Lockie Cashel. And that'll be it. The full-time siren sounds. The Pasifika Stingray have beat the Swarm 10 points to 8. And the Swarm go 0-4 to start the season. A disappointing end to a match where the Swarm had more than enough opportunities. And they took the 2. That is the big moment in this game. Taking that penalty goal. It really hurt them. As we look at the stats, the Swarm had 29% possession. Made 20 more tackles. Missed 6 less. And made, 4 more line breaks. That is insane from the Swarm. I said that the Swarm had enough opportunities, but boy, the Stingray, they should have scored 30-odd points. I think that it's pretty disappointing from the Stingrays. They have a lot of work to do on their attack. I think both teams will be upset with this game. Michael Smith scored the only try for the Swarm, and Lachlan Cox scored the only 2 tries for the Stingrays. As we move on to individual stats now, Flying Cobb with 158 running meters, followed by George Robson. How good was he? 60 minutes playing at prop and lock. 6 line breaks, a try assist. I forgot about that, actually. George Robson, a great game. Billy Glover, Tyler Doonan also did very well. As we'll move on to the Stingrays, and the man that impressed me, Harry Cheddar, didn't do quite as well as I thought he did, but still, 111 running meters, 19 tackles, 1 missed, 2 line breaks. Billy King with 143 running meters, 13 tackles, 0 missed, and a line break. The forwards, Sonny Sharp, 142 running meters, 3 line breaks. The forwards of the Stingrays were phenomenal tonight, and they did a lot of the heavy lifting for the Stingrays. They were realistically the reason they won tonight. Yeah, it was great from them. It was great from the whole team, and yeah, they're lucky to get home in the end though. That would have been quite the finish if the Swarm had have gone for the tap instead of the 2. Would have been interesting to see how it ended. But yeah, it's been a pleasure commentating tonight, solo in the box. I think it went pretty well. Let me know what you guys think in SRL chat or in the comment section. Stick around because SRL 360 is starting in just an hour? 7 o'clock. AEST. Stick around. SRL 360 on soon. And we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.